The Colts charge forward, no fear, no doubt. Shooting and scoring, the crowd screams out. The boards rattle, the crowd's on its feet. Coach Bain has a plan that can be beat. They're the pride of Cloverdale, the Colts in blue, skating fast, hitting hard, breaking through. Battles in the corner, busting across the line, picking top corners, making saves so fine. Big Mac's a beast, big as a tree. You want a Jackson, well we got three. Nathan's got vision, steady as a stone. He guards the blue line like it's his own home. The ice shakes, get out of your seat. Sahaj and Nate can't be beat. They're the pride of Cloverdale, the Colts in blue, skating fast, hitting hard, breaking through. Battles in the corner, busting across the line, picking top corners, making saves so fine. Poor Langley, he is nothing to cheer. Vancouver fades when the Colts appear. Ridge Meadows with no hope to win, can't imagine the trouble they're in. The roof's coming off this brand new place. The set streaks down the ice at a blistering pace. They're the pride of Cloverdale, the Colts in blue, skating fast, hitting hard, breaking through. Battles in the corner, busting across the line, picking top corners, making saves so fine. Making saves so fine.
We are back with some more Colts action, and the Colts are on the road here today in Burnaby in the Bill Copeland Arena to take on the team from Burnaby, the Burnaby Bulldogs A1 team. This is the penultimate placement game for the Colts, one left after this one, and then they will start to play league games that will count towards the proper standings at the end of the year. You see the Colts on the left in their road white jerseys, Burnaby on the right in their home maroons. When we look at the Colts roster for this game, they will have all 11 of their forwards dressed here today, but they will be playing with only 5 defensemen as Linden remains out with a knee injury suffered against Ridge Meadows the previous week. The Colts will be starting Sahaj in net, and with that, let's head to the first period. We're going to start with some sloppy play here at their own blue line by Burnaby, and Jackson Mum's able to get that puck, walk in on the right side and whip it up high on the blocker side, but the goalie makes a save. A little bit later, we see Arjun try to change after making a dump in. He's going to run into a Burnaby player there, and the player stepping onto the ice, don't quite capture it on film, but as he's coming on the ice, he engages with Arjun and takes a roughing penalty. So now the Colts are on the power play. However, shorthanded, the Bulldogs are going to come up with this excellent opportunity. Sahaj misplays it in the corner. He gets thrown out front. He misses it, and this player comes in, saved by Sahaj. Puck is lying there in the crease. That player whiffs on it. First he misses with a stick, then he misses with his foot there, trying to kick it in as he gets taken down by the defense in front of the net. And finally, Mac pokes the loose puck past another Burnaby player coming in late. Here we see a big hit by Arjun along the wall. Puck goes in behind the net, but then the Burnaby forecheck is going to get that puck back for them. They're going to throw that out front. Player in front battling for it. Good defensive play, though, to prevent any shots. Then the Colts try to put it up the right wall, but it's going to stay in. And then a deflection on the net. Getting a piece of it with the blocker is Sahaj. Next up, we see Richard taking an offensive zone face-off. Puck goes in behind the net, and Jackson's like a dog on a bone, chasing that puck behind the net. Takes the player down, gets the puck, gives it to Jackson Mum, who pulls it around the defender and then slides it over to Richard, and he can't find a way to get it past the goalie. Colts going to give up a good chance here off some defensive issues. First, they lose a 2-on-2 battle in the corner, and then there's a player just standing alone in front. The winger's leaving him alone there. The other defender standing behind the net, away from that player, giving up an excellent opportunity, but Sahaj makes the save. That poor net front coverage is just going to be foreshadowing for this. Here's the Bulldogs down low. Again, a player just standing alone in front. It misses that first player, but it goes through to a second one who fires it home past Sahaj, who was more focused on the closer Bulldog player, and it's 1-0 Burnaby. Burnaby going to get another chance with Cloverdale on the change. His player walks to the middle and then quickly whips it hard and high, and Sahaj fights that one off and knocks it down. Finally, there's some offensive opportunities for the Colts. Here, Arjun creates an opportunity off the back check. First pass doesn't get through. Second backhand pass does get through to Mack. He puts it on net, and the rebound comes back to Arjun, and he puts that towards the empty net, but it's blocked there by the Bulldogs defender, and then the net is off for the whistle. One last offensive zone draw for the Colts with time winding down. Arjun throws it towards Mack again in front, shovels that on net on the backhand, but it's gobbled up by the Bulldogs goaltender. So we go to the second period, 1-0 Burnaby. And they're on the attack looking for goal number 2. That shot out at the point, blocked by Mitchell. And then West has it behind the net, and it gets deflected right out front of that player. And then there's a wraparound chance there by the Burnaby player from behind the net. But Sahaj comes across and makes the save. Colts are now going to send a couple Jacksons to try and tie this game up. Jackson Anderson lofts it towards the net. Jackson Mum gets a shot. Then he passes it back out front to Jackson Anderson, who shovels it on net with the backhand, but it stays out. So the Colts will try with a third Jackson. Here comes Jackson Davis down the left side, overpowers that defender, gets the shot off, save is made, and then the pass is out front to Orson, and he can't corral it. Throws it wildly out front, but Burnaby intercepts it and gets it out. There's a back check by Mack. He creates a turnover, but then that's a pretty clear trip, or at least it looks like it from here, but the referees don't think so. So it's a 4-on-2 for Burnaby. The other way, get that shot off. Sahaj makes the stop with the glove. Burnaby here with a quick up. It's going to get past Nathan. It's going to be an odd man rush, 2-on-1, pass across, and then back again. But Sahaj comes across with a scorpion save, gets the leg on it, and keeps it out. Burnaby continues to attack. There's a block by Bryson, then another by Mitchell. Then the puck bounces to the right of the net, but Sahaj comes across and makes the stop. Next, we see a rare misplay by Nathan in the neutral zone. He gives it up to a Bulldog player who takes a slap shot wide. Jackson Mum bounces it off the wall, and it's a 2-on-1 down the ice. Richard has the puck, puts it on net. It bounces right up to Jackson Anderson, who deposits it home, and we've got ourselves a tie game. You'll see as Richard comes down the wing here, that shot didn't have a lot of velocity on it. That is a classic pass off the pads to Jackson coming in. Total design play there, and it ties the game up. We're going to be trying for the lead again, though, as we see Noah back checking on another odd man rush the other way, and he's forced to haul that player down. So Noah's off to the box for 2 minutes. As the period is winding down, Burnaby will be on the power play, working this out high. This player's going to walk in downhill on the right side, throw the puck there. Sahaj knocks it down, and then the rebound's there, and the defenders come in to clear that away. So we go to the third period, tied at 1. And as Orson retrieves this puck along the wall, you're going to see him go down to one knee after he takes a stick in the head from the Burnaby forward. So number 9's off to the box, 2 minutes for head contact, and the Colts will have a power play to try and get their first lead of this game. Here's Orson out at the point with it. He's going to throw that lightly toward the net, but the bodies are there in front, but they're off to the side, leaving an easy lane there for the goaltender to make a save. Colts are going to have to get legs and bodies in front if they want to create opportunities off shots like that. Speaking of bodies in front, here comes Richard floating in, and that puck's going to bounce out front for him to whack onto the net, but it's into the pads of the Bulldogs goaltender. Now, we saw a play like this earlier where Burnaby put the puck up the left side while the Colts were changing, and it didn't result in anything that time, but this time it does, as the first shot has a rebound that hops right out, hits Wes, and goes to the original shooter, who fires it home into the empty short side. Colts continue to have issues with the change. There you see 2 forwards going off, and the D are a little too high, leaving that player in behind them, maybe thinking the forward would get, but instead it's a long stretch. Breakaway pass goes in on the backhand. Sahaj sticks with it, makes a save. This player goes to retrieve the puck, and then Libby comes cruising in there, misses with the hit, and then there's a big body check in behind that. There is going to be a penalty on this play, but it won't be for the one on Noah where he got knocked down. It's the original hit that Libby actually kind of missed. But it ends up being a charging penalty as it's deemed he came from too far away to make that hit. So Burnaby to the power play, looking to stretch the lead, battled in behind the net. And you can see that Burnaby player get his arm and elbow up into the back of Orson's head. So he's going to get a 4-minute head contact penalty, and then we're going to have some 4-on-4 hockey. That will eventually turn into a 5-on-4 power play as you see Liam come out of the penalty box. So now Colts on the power play. But watch Nathan on the right side of your screen. He's tangled up with a Burnaby player. He's gesturing towards the referee. He does not like what's happening there. He does hit the stick knocked out of his hand. And then he's going to go in and re-engage with that player in the corner. Knock him down. Still okay. Looking back at the referee. The screen is going to move off to the left, but eventually move back. And then at the end of this, you're going to watch Nathan give him a shove into the wall. And that's going to be enough for the referee to finally call a penalty there. So we're going to go back to 4-on-4 hockey as Nathan goes to the box 2 minutes for roughing. Nobody could capitalize 4-on-4, so we're back to 5-on-5 now. Here's Jackson Mumm picking up the puck along the left. Pulls the puck around that defender, making him look silly. Then has lots of space up high, but can't get it over the outstretched arm of the Burnaby goaltender. The play does continue. Richard wins the puck battle along the wall, gives it to Jackson Anderson, who gives it to Jackson Mumm with a neat little backhand pass to Jackson Anderson, over to Richard. He can't put that in back to her. Then he gets a second crack at it in front before Burnaby is able to clear it away. So Colts so far unsuccessful in their attempts to tie this game up. And West is going to take this puck behind the net, use it as a shield, and try to come out the other side, but he gets stripped of it, and the opportunistic Burnaby player puts it home, and they now have a 2-goal lead. Burnaby does well to continue to create holes in the Colts defense. Here's that player coming up the close wall here, coming all the way up to the blue line, and then he created a seam and received that pass, put a shot on net, but Sahaj makes the stop. Now it's Burnaby coming back the other way, 3-on-2, and that back check's not going to be good enough to prevent that opportunity there, but then Mac does get the puck and put it back the other way. Arjun coming down the left side, he's going to delay. He's going to go around that defender, throw it towards the net, and Seth and Mac are there, but they can't corral it. So we're down to just a few seconds left in this game. 3-1 lead for Burnaby. Colts have an opportunity deep in that zone. One last crack at a backhand chance there for Mac, but it's a save, and it's a 3-1 final. So the Colts will continue their run of poor results despite getting a win last game against Chilliwack. Let's have a look at the stats in this game. Just the 1 goal in the game to report by Jackson Anderson, and Sahaj with 29 saves on 32 shots. So let's have a look at the season stats thus far. Jackson Anderson with that goal now takes the lead for the team, 4 goals with 8. Jackson Mumm remains at the top of the table with 16 points. So now we'll have a look at what that result does to the standings. You see the Colts there in 6th place with a .500 record, 3-3-1. 1 game left. You see a number of teams that have finished their games with 8 thus far. The Colts have 1 game left, and that game is against Coquitlam, which you see on the screen there, and then that'll be followed up with a full slate of regular season games that will take the team up to the Christmas break. So we'll see you folks for that Coquitlam game.